G'day parceros, my name's Sam. This is some footage from a motorbike journey from Cali to Bogota in Colombia. About 11 years ago, rode a motorbike from Canada to Argentina, and a lot of people are always surprised by that, or a lot of them are always like, isn't that dangerous? Immediately we think of the risks and the fear. So today I feel called to talk about some of the risks and the fears we have, especially as we go into this digital space and we start investing in new places. And I think the motorbike is a great analogy for this, because when I'm riding, I'm doing a constant calculation of risk based on my speed and the position of other things on the road. I'm constantly calculating, okay, what's the best move here? Here, I'm basically just sharing what I'm seeing on my side, so that we can all journey together through this with some understanding of what our fears are, because I think the fear blinds us to opportunities. And it's a really fascinating topic to me, because as humans, we're more motivated to avoid our fears than we are to chase rewards. And that's super important, because many of us are living our lives based around our fears instead of our dreams. So Warren Buffett says, risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. And in the blockchain, a lot of us don't know what we're doing. And I'm reading books and learning every day about what this technology is and how it's being used. But I don't think anyone knows everything that's happening. So what I'm doing here on this channel is sharing what I do know in order to help each other see clearly what's happening. We're now seeing the UK, Dubai compete to be global hubs for crypto assets. We're seeing JP Morgan declare the blockchain is real, and we're seeing all types of the biggest banks and central banks adopt blockchain technology in their financial system. So considering they're very open about the great reset that's coming, this technology is very real, and I think the sooner we wrap our heads around it, the better. When I graduated high school, I think I was sold the path that was the least risky, right? You graduate university, and then you get a job, and you climb your way up the ladder, and it's all a system that you're essentially plugged into. Anything outside of that is considered to be a huge amount of risk. But I look at my last decade building a real estate company in Colombia, and I credit a lot of the great moments of my life to taking risks. So right now inside crypto, we're seeing a potential dot-com bubble form. And we know that a very small percentage of companies made it through the dot-com bubble. But in the meantime, we had these huge run-ups in valuation. So as I'm diving in, and I've already taken care of my get-rich-slow assets, like the precious metals and the real estate plays. When I'm looking at crypto, I'm looking at, okay, where are these emerging opportunities, and how can we lock in profits on the way up? Not all of them are going to make it, and I think we really do need to keep that in mind, especially like even the blue chips, the best of the best may not be around in 5 years. So one of the most important perspectives that I could share right now is that our collective attention is creating the future. So Bitcoin has its valuation not because it has the best technology, the best blockchain technology. It's because it has the most attention, has the most amount of users, and therefore the most amount of users assigning value to that network. In the world of crypto, and we're seeing this a lot, people are copy and pasting. It's called forking protocols, forking the software. The code can be copy and pasted. So the real value is in the community. And so if that being true, it's where our collective attention is placed that is building the future infrastructure, this digital civilization that we value, we increase in value, we invest in when we spend time on it, and whether we invest and get a bag of it, of the crypto, or we're just using the platform or the protocol, we're adding value to that system, to that network. So here's a way I think which mitigates some of this risk, considering the strategy, at least from my perspective, is to take advantage of these rapidly valuating emerging projects that are sometimes more to do with hype cycles and speculation and narrative than it is actual utility. Utility, the building of the software and the delivery of the value, that takes years. But the implant of a dream to suggest how this company or this protocol is going to change the world as we know it, well, that can happen instantly. So as we're looking for these emerging opportunities, that's really important to understand. So when people ask, should I invest in this? I think the question comes down to their portfolio and how much risk they would like to take, how aggressive they're being. In general, in finance, when you're younger and you have more earning years, you're advised to take on more risk, as well as looking at your portfolio, having more conservative plays and more aggressive plays as well. So I've found this balance is similar to my friend Given Crypto Swami. He has a 25% rule. So I call this the rule of thirds. This is a breakdown of what a crypto portfolio could look like. Stablecoins in the blue, that's a UST. Frax, you can actually put your stablecoins in a stablecoin farm, and having your stablecoins, which are pegged to fiat currencies and other algorithms. They're even working on pegging it to the CPI index, which is going to change the way we define stability. So this is a way to really reduce volatility in a crypto portfolio. Then we have the blue chips. Those are the ones that are going to, most likely be there 5, 10, 15 years. And I really do think that is Bitcoin as the OG, as that digital gold narrative that it is cementing for itself. As we go out and we innovate in other projects, I think Ro is going to come back to this base camp of belief in Bitcoin. As well as Ethereum, and I would say Atom. Atom, I think, has huge potential, and it's a bit more technical, and I think that's why the narrative hasn't spread as far yet, but I believe it certainly will. And if you stake it, you can also get into super fluid staking, and you also get some airdrops as well. Check out the CryptoCito YouTube channel for tips on Atom. And then speculation. Now, this is probably where I'm going to be spending most of my time on this channel, because I think this is where the fun stuff is. This is where the risk reward ratio is astronomical. These are the moonshots. These are the 10x, the 100x's. Been able to get quite a few 10x's. So I think the amount of emergence in this sector has really opened up the risk reward ratio. Like, it's not even on this trading chart. So I want to give you guys an idea of, depending on your risk reward preference, where to look. And this I picked up on Twitter. Low risk, low reward, buy stable coins and stake it. That's where you could go to Frax and actually start generating some yield on your stable coin. Lower yields, but you're going to have lower volatility as well. So a step up from there, medium risk, medium reward. That's when you're choosing from the top 20. And by the top 20, I mean you're going to CoinMarketCap, and you're getting involved with these top 20 tokens, which are pretty well established and have serious teams and market caps behind them. But again, harder to find a 10x, 20x, 50x in the shorter time frames. So This is where I'm going to be playing a lot in the high risk and the very high risk. That's going beyond the 100 and going below that $1 million market cap, really getting in early into these, essentially all of these currency systems. The earlier you get in, the more exponential your returns are. So I've already shown you how to do that on the previous video. So in one of my recent videos, I actually share with you how I find projects early, how to find those 10x gems. And we went on Twitter and we came across PYR. I recorded that on the 1st of April, posted on the 2nd. Since then, it's had about a 40 to 50% little price increase there, using the techniques in that video. So I've shared with you how I go about finding these projects early. These are some wins. These are some examples of some other projects that I've found early. Obviously, I'm enjoying this. I'm doing very well in this. I've been able to travel internationally for the past couple of years. During the bear markets, I've had to cash out more crypto than I'd like to, though. So that's where I've been learning DeFi with AR Crypto. Check out the link in the description if you want to see their programs. They're really empowering individuals to learn the skills of yield farming, liquidity providing, generating those passive income assets, whether the market's going up or down. When the market's going up and you have the skills to identify the right projects, these are the kind of returns. These are multiples. These aren't percentage increases. These are multiples. I've taken profits at different stages throughout the growth of this. Obviously, the less you take, the more exponential it gets. But just like the dot-com bubble, 97, 98% of these companies aren't going to be around. So make sure you take your profits on the way up. I do think it is kind of like a water sprinkler, a jet stream that's emerging in the air. You've got to take advantage of it while it's still in the air. Most will fall back to earth. So take your profits on the way up. I think this is what I'm going to wrap up this video with. Those who focus on building, growing, and reinvesting leverage are playing a different game. I think this is a rule that I've stuck to for a while. I think building and creating is one of the most fulfilling activities that we can fill our lives. And if we're doing that with people that we enjoy building and creating with, even better. So that's why I have a Discord link in the description. It's called Freedom Stackers. Jump in there. We're building and creating. And I look forward to building and creating with more of you as we transition into the digital decade. Thanks for tuning in. More videos about passive income, altering cash flow in the next video. See you guys then.